Hey everyone, welcome to Stray Reviews. I'm Lee, and today we are taking a look at the Wim Hof Method 10-week course. And so if you're not familiar with Wim Hof or who he is in a nutshell a crazy Dutch dude that through a lifetime of cold exposure and developing breathing exercises has discovered that what he has developed really has some amazing physical benefits. If you're looking at the video, you probably already know who Wim Hof is and what the Wim Hof Method is. So they offer a 10-week course, and the 10-week course is about 150 euros, so that translates to almost 200 bucks. And so today what I want to do is I want to take a look at the good, the bad, and the bottom line of the Wim Hof Method course and help you determine, is it worth it? Let's start off with the good. There's a lot of good things about the course. When you sign up for the course, you have access to an online educational center, so to speak, educational page, and each week they unlock the next video for you. And so week 1 you have access to week 1, week 2 you have access to week 1 and 2, and then so on. And then once you're done with it, you have lifetime access. You can go back through and do it anytime you want as well. The videos are very instructional. Wim has just contagious enthusiasm for it. He does an excellent job of explaining what's happening in your body as you do, say, the breathing exercises, etc. And so, you know, how it's impacting your physiology, how it's impacting your nervous system, how it's impacting your cardiovascular. And so there's lots and lots of really good information inside of those videos. And then they also have an FAQ section, and there's an online community as well, forums that will help you out if you get stuck here or there. When you get it, they give you, you can download the book, Becoming the Iceman. You can also download a scientific sheets, and you download the workbook, which is a really big part of the course. It comes in a PDF. I went ahead and printed it out and put it in a binder because there are places in here for filling out your length of breath retentions, how many push-ups you're doing, and then also how you're feeling and things like that, kind of journaling. So I felt like that the manual that comes with it is really valuable and really helpful. One of the claims to the course is it helps to make your body more alkaline, which many people believe that disease can't exist within an alkaline environment. I went ahead and I made this for you with my pee, and here's some pH strips, and the claims were true. Before I did the exercises in the morning at 8 a.m., my pH levels were a 6.5 according to the chart on the packaging of the pH strips. Immediately afterwards, they had jumped to 8.5. 3 hours later, we're looking at 8.0, and then 4 hours later, they were back down to about 6.5. That was impressive to me, that it raised my pH levels that high and helped to make my body more alkaline. Also, some of the claims are that the Wim Hof Method will help with autoimmune diseases, will help with allergies, will help with depression. In my experience, I started the course in April, so going right into allergy season. Normally I would suffer from allergies. This is the first year in a long time where I had no problems with allergies. So I did the breathing every morning, I did the cold exposure, I did the exercises, and I didn't have any problems with allergies this year. I felt a couple of times like, oh, something might be coming on, but then it went away. If I get a sore throat, it usually means that's like death sentence. If I get a sore throat, it means within a few days I'm gonna be knocked on my butt with flu or sinus infection or something. This year, doing the Wim Hof Method, I did get a sore throat and felt like something like that was gonna come on. I did, you know, the breathing exercises, kept those up every morning, did a couple extra sets. Within 48 hours, the sore throat was gone. The claims, in my experience, are true. The system is really helpful. So there's a lot good about the Wim Hof Method 10-week course. what's bad about the Wim Hof Method course? In the course, Wim does say, hey, leave your comments and questions under the video. I'll answer them personally. That's disabled. There is no place within the course to leave comments or questions and receive answers. And so that was a bit disappointing, especially considering that the forums were only so-so. I felt like the forums were only so-so when it came to answering people's questions. And so if it was outside of the FAQs, you might be a little bit out of luck. Well, you know, you can reach out to the Facebook group, you can reach out to the forums, but it's a crapshoot as to whether or not your question is going to be answered promptly. Also, in the video, there's just a couple of times, for example, where maybe they just sort of forgot something. You know, a few weeks in, there's one point where Wim is giving his instructions and he couldn't remember whether or not he had left anything out. And so you might find that endearing, you might find that cute, or you might find that a little annoying that, you know, you spent almost 200 bucks for a course and the instructor was unsure as to whether or not he actually covered all of his bases. And so he actually asks one of his students, did I forget anything? And so that's not really a deal breaker for me, and neither was the not having a place to leave questions underneath the video. But whether that's a deal breaker or not for you, that's up to you. And so there's not a whole lot bad. Like I said, there's just a couple things I think that just sort of seem a bit unprofessional, but hey, you know, they weren't deal breakers for me. Let's get down to the bottom line. And really with anything, the bottom line is it worth it? Is it worth doing? And for me, the bottom line is just a resounding yes. If I had to do it over again, I would definitely do it over again. I've personally experienced benefits from doing the course. I had no earlier exposure, like before doing the course. I never did yoga, I never knew any breathing exercises, I never tried cold exposure. I kind of jumped into this and I did the course, and it like I mentioned in the good part, lots and lots of benefits for me, and I plan on doing practicing the Wim Hof Method every day for forever, you know, for as long as I can. You might be thinking to yourself, well, I mean, that's great, but I can just search on YouTube Wim Hof Method, and there's a lot of people out there that will show me how to do the Wim Hof Method for free. Or you might say, yeah, but they've got a $5 app, I'll just download the $5 app and I'll learn the method that way. First of all, if you search Wim Hof Method and you learn from these other people, and I've watched these videos where other people are teaching how to do the Wim Hof Method, they're not always good. Like the instructions that they give aren't always accurate, and they don't always match what Wim is teaching. And so if you're thinking about learning it for free from other people, just don't. Take the course, learn it from Wim, and learn how to do it right. And then the other thing is, you might be thinking, well, the $5 app, I can just get the app and I'll learn the breathing and all of that. And so the app is great, but it really is just a tip of the iceberg. You don't learn anything about brown fat activation. You don't learn how to gradually increase your cold exposure. You know, there's a lot in the 10-week course that isn't covered in the app. The bottom line is, it's totally worth it. I would definitely recommend it. If I had to do it over again, I would definitely do it over again. So that is my review of the Wim Hof Method 10-week course, and it gets a solid recommendation from me. So thank you so much for coming to check it out, and I hope it's helpful. If you have any questions about the course, I'll do my best to answer them. You can drop those questions in the comment section. Also, if you have any comments, go ahead and drop them there. Thank you so much for hanging with me today, and we'll see you real soon.